Hello everybody, I want to do a quick update. I'm getting ready to go bow hunting. I'm trying to get this done. My camera was dead, so I'm corded, so I'm walking around with an extension cord. But we're going to talk about a quick update, run through the rabbits that we've got, and where I'm at with it, and some winterization talks. Out here outside of the dog kennel area, I came up with this idea with some canvas. This is drop cloth canvas from like Lowe's. They have it in the painting section, and it has PVC pipe around it. Originally I was going to put some rebar in there and then cap it off, but the PVC is pretty heavy the way it is itself, and it's just rolled up and screwed on. Oops. Right there, just to add some weight and keep the wind down off the front of the cages. And at the top where my 2x2 is on the inside, I just took a 1x2 and put the material between it and screwed it in. What I wanted to do in the future, next year for next season, is this board will be off and I'll have another one behind it and pinch the material. That way this is all one piece, rolls up nice and neat, stores away easy, and then I can just take it and screw it right on. And I don't have to worry about making sure my material's in there, which I just didn't think of whenever I did it the first time. But next season we will. And out here on the outside cages, I had to do my little urine guard deal that keeps them from urinating on the drop cloth there. And you can kind of see over there, it won't focus, but you can see those runs there. That's where my new doe had trained me on that, and I didn't even think about it. So that's what we're going to do. Real easy to deal with. I don't have to roll it or anything. I just take it, flip it up, and I got my rabbits there. I can feed and water or do whatever. If it's a warm day, just leave it up, and as long as it ain't raining, it's soaking on top of it. For breeding, whatever I want to do, whenever I'm done, just grab it off, drop her down. It's pretty simple, just like that. And it's doing great. It's perfect weight. The canvas is great material for that. It's not all plasticky, waving in the wind and everything. Well, that right there is Zeus. He's my New Zealand white buck. He's just lack of better words, my just meat buck, junk buck, whatever. He'll be going one of these days. This is Athena over here, one of my younger does. They're about ready to breed. Now Zeus has bred Hestia today, and he's going to be getting his share of it here pretty soon. Now, these little guys here are the young ones from Aphrodite and my Siamese Satin Twix, he's since moved on and found a new home at a friend's house. If you remember, that litter had 9, and 3 of them when they were younger were getting out of the box and got too cold on me and died. But we've got 6. They're all doing great, and they're 6 weeks old this week, and they've been moved off of mom and grow out another 4 weeks, and then they'll be going hopefully into the canner. Got that idea. I was going to can them anyway, but I got Houndsman's idea. He just posted a video on canning them with the bone and everything, and then you can just, when you take it out, it slides right off the bone. It saves you a bunch of boning time. We're going to do a lot of other things with rabbit too, but we wanted to do some canning, and that's just a great idea. We think it's going to work good. So the other doe over here is Milky Way. She's a new doe, and she's new red, and she's out of South Dakota. We got her in Kansas at the ARBA Nationals over there in Wichita last week, and she's an intermediate. She took 4th out of 16 red intermediate does, so she's quite the quality. She's a beautiful little rabbit there, and she's going to be getting bred soon to another buck I had got at the Nationals over in Wichita, except he's a white New Zealand, and his name's Zero. And the reason for that is I'm breeding 3 of my red does, 2 red and 1 broken. I'm breeding them to the white New Zealand just to improve their type and their quality of their bodies and help the New Zealand breed along. That's going to be a side project, so those young will be on a side project. In about 3rd generation, I'll be seeing some good returns, getting that red back in there, and hopefully some excellent body quality. But once they have those young, then they'll be getting bred to the reds, and I'll get back on the reds. But I want to get that new side project started as fast as I can. So she's going to be pretty well ready to breed here real soon. And we'll go over and we'll look at the rest of the does. I'll go through them really quick, but I wanted to show you that winterization idea and these new rabbits I got, and then, you know, obviously what I'm doing with the old ones. And I'll walk over to the other pen. You see the dog pen now. The roof is gone. It has been wrapped with tarps all the way around it. The lower area, so I can still wash out under it, is up higher. The tarps have been bungeed to it. That's to knock down all the cool wind. And I'm telling you, at night when we get in here, it is such a difference. Just knocking all that wind down. You can really tell. Really tell. I'm trying to walk with you slow here, sorry. But here's Afro. You know, she just got her babies weaned off of her. She needs to get back into some condition. Again, she's the one, if you remember, that had, I'm sorry, I'm pulling my cord, not paying attention where I'm looking. Apologies. But she needs to get her condition back. There's Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth was just bred today to that white buck I was telling you about, Zero. He's kind of our zero start and zero for the white candy bar, so that's how he got his name. But that's Baby Ruth there. This one here is Twizzler. She's one of the young red does that I'd had. She'll be going to the Missouri Convention for show as a junior. Her and Starburst. And Dots. Dots was one of the young broken does. Right there she is. Beautiful little Dots. If y'all remember her, she came out of Iris's litter. She's in some of my early videos, but she's looking good. Nice junior doe. And then we have Kit Kat and Skittles. And Kit Kat, she's just a little small. She was always small, and she was red. She's out of that same broken litter as these two. And Skittles here, she seems to have hurt her hip. She walks kind of funny and holds her body funny. So she'll be kept back for a breeder. What we think happened is when we weaned them to this cage when they were young, they popped out the feeder, and then they climbed out and fell and hit the gutter material there, and we think she hurt her hip or broke something, but she's doing great now. But she just, again, she holds her body differently and not quite the way she needs to. Obviously can't be showing her, but we will see how she turns out as she ages and for breeding purposes. And these two over here are the, if you remember, the red brokens that I said had excessive white hairs. Hopefully you can obviously see there. I think it'll show up pretty good. But this is a buck and a doe, broken reds with the excessive white hairs. The only reason they're still around and hadn't been butchered is because I am trying to just kind of see how they turn out as they get older. How much of that excessive white hair, just as a project, so I know, got a future idea how that's going to look and what, you know, what to have expected, you know. And I definitely don't want to be breeding that into my brokens. You know, I don't want to keep them and try to do that, anything with them. And here's Starburst. This is Twizzler's sister that you just saw. Another beautiful red doe. Young junior, should be going to the show, the convention here next month. And then here's Iris, the broken's mother. She's a heavy broken again. She just got bred to Zero 2 days ago, so she's going to have that white on her. So I'm hoping to have my 3 older red does to do that and get that side project going. And we'll, instead of walking around now, we opened up the dog panel here just enough so we can just slide through here. We don't have to walk around the whole area. Come out here to what I called the annex area before. And you've got Hera, and we've got Hestia, who was just bred to Zeus earlier today, and just for meat rabbits. Again, these are just my meat rabbits. They'll be going once all the reds are established. And there's Artemis, and she'll be getting bred soon. Her and Hera both. But you can tell we just tarped that off, kept all the wind out of here. It's a nice big area now, and the compost on the other side. And I'm going to take you into the buck barn. I'm going to turn it off here, so I'll have to carry you around and show you what's in there real quick. Alright, here we are back in the buck barn, where my English Bulldog's in there, and then my 5 buck cages, our carriers, our little grooming table. Now, let's see if you can remember Score. There's Score, one of my bucks. And there's Rolo, one of my bucks. And Score, he's an intermediate, 6 to 8, and Rolo's still in the junior stage. And that's Rolo there. Both come from great quality reds, high-end national winners. So, and then we got Crackle, and Crackle is a junior buck. He's going to be our broken herd buck. He's just a doll. He's a sweetheart, aren't you, Crackle? Good boy. And down there was where Twix was, but he left today. And here's my white buck that I got from ARBA Nationals over there in Wichita. And his name is Zero. And Zero is a really nice buck. And if you know anything about New Zealand's, he comes from Crawford lines. Both his parents are Crawford lines, and grandparents and great-grandparents. So he comes from excellent blood, and that's what I went with. He costs a little bit of money. Costs quite a bit of money, especially getting them at Nationals. But that's, you know, what you got to do to get good quality stuff is you got to do it the right way. And so hopefully he'll improve my future lines as I build them in the next couple years. And that's pretty much it. I just want to give everybody an update, talk about some of my winterization stuff that I had going, in case anybody else was thinking, well, what am I going to do? You know, that's a great idea that I believe, you know, it was really cheap, easy to do, easy to make, and it's definitely helped the rabbits. They love it. Of course, you saw on those I had the wood on the back, and then the canvas drop cloth that you can get in the paint department, pretty much any store, and just cut it to what you wanted and hang it in front like that. It works really good. Now, as far as the water bottles in here, the bucks pretty much stay in the 50-degree range even on their 30-something nights. It just probably body heat and the fact they're all shut up and this building's insulated. Now, the does out there with the water bottles, I've heard a lot of things about water bottles, you know, how they can crack and stuff, and I was going to use the thing I saw on YouTube about putting them in a metal trash can with the heat lamp and thaw those out and keep an extra set, but I don't know that that's going to work because I don't want them cracking. So we're going to try, which we talked to some people at the big national show. By the way, what an experience. So many rabbits. It's ridiculous how many rabbits there were, you know, in all the different breeds and stuff. But we talked to some people. They've had really good luck with the rubber type dog bowls, you know, the heavy rubber you can get at Orscheln's or Tractor Supply. They have 2-quart size. They're a little big, but we're going to try those. And with I got a rubber dead blow mallet, and you can flip it over, bust that ice right out of there. I'm hoping it'll come out easy. It won't freeze as much like a crock or plastic where you got to really beat it like when I had rabbits before. So that's what we're going to try, at least for out there. And if they start freezing in here, then we'll have to do the same. But that's an update from us, guys. I just want to make sure everybody knew we were still kicking and we're still doing stuff, getting ready to go to show here. And I am getting ready to go bow hunting, and the gun season's on us, so won't be seeing much from me. I will try, but, you know, just fill it in when I can. Been enjoying everybody's videos. Been enjoying everybody getting back into the rabbits. Everybody's that's been recovering from everything they've had over the summer. It's a lot of fun to watch. So I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.